Hey there guys, it's Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Today's video, we're going to continue our journey here with the Gamo Aero. We've done a few changes since our last video. We've taken off the 4-power BSA outlook scope, and I've dropped a 4-12 Hawk Air Max, which is going to give us a lot better usability at range. Some of the cool features about this gun, first of all, price point, guys. We're talking a little over 200 bucks, like 220 I think is going to be about the normal street price. It fills to 232 bar. It's not regulated, but we're going to actually test the consistency today. I've got the Crony running, so we're going to get those numbers. And I'll tell you how we're going to do this video today, because this isn't the full review. We're still in our testing phase. But I think you're going to like this one, actually. Great stock. I love the cocking system. One of the things I learned is that it uses the same magazines as the Gen 1 Swarm. So if you've got a bunch of these around, they actually work in this gun. I think that's great. So they went from the Gen 1 to the Gen 2 with a mag change. So if you had a bunch of Gen 1 stuff, it didn't work. But if you get into this, all your Gen 1 mags, they're going to drop right in, which is very cool. The gun's super quiet. If you want to shoot open sights, it has it. Guys, we kind of went through some of that feature set in the last video. Okay, so the last video we shot, it was kind of windy. Conditions weren't great. Today, it's not perfect, but it's way better. So we're going to stretch it to 50 yards, right? I've got 2 pellets here. I've already done some testing today. I know these gave me the best results in my generic testing, so we're going to focus on these. 1813 JSBs and the Hades. So a target pellet and a hunting pellet. We'll see how they do. Real quick, let me just tell you how we're going to do this. It would be super easy for me to shoot 10 or 20 groups and just show you the absolute best group on camera. Well, that's really not representative of the gun, is it? I mean, if you're watching a fishing show, and I get that when you're watching a fishing show, all you see is them catching fish. What they don't show you is all the time they didn't catch fish. So they may be, using a particular lure or rod or something, and they want you to think that if you buy this, you're going to have this kind of success. Man, you're going to go out and just slam them. They're going to be pulling them into the boat almost faster than you can cast. Well, product reviews in Airgun world can be very much the same. If I only show you one group that's a nickel group at 50 yards, and you're thinking, wow, a $220 gun that's, gosh, only 16, 17 foot-pounds, and I'm going to get nickel groups every time. No, you will absolutely not. You may get them once in a while. So what we're going to do is, I think 50 yards is a stretch. So first, just full off. I'll be very pleased if we can keep our groups under 1 inch today, even with conditions being good. This really isn't a 50-yard gun. Doesn't have the legs, in my opinion, at the muzzle to really get there and consistent stability. But I want to show you guys the possibilities, because in the right conditions, with the right pellets, with the right person behind the trigger, I'm not saying I'm that guy or gal, you can get some really good results in 50 yards. I did get some good results earlier, so I know it can be done. Consistently, that's another story. So what we're going to do is we're not going to shoot one group, not going to shoot 2 groups. We're going to shoot 3 groups with each pellet. And then I'll top off, and we're going to measure consistency across 30 shots from a full fill. Again, not regulated, so we're going to learn about how consistent it is, even though it's not regulated. And we're also going to see the variations from group to group to group, and just kind of get an idea of what that looks like. Again, I mean, I want you guys to have a real-world experience, right? A real-world review, a real-world exposure, not the absolute best-case scenario, which I love the best case scenario, and when that happens, it's great. But you, me, we know that's the exception rather than the rule. So when I'm doing videos and you guys are saying, gosh, so-and-so and such, they're getting dime groups. Well, great. That's wonderful. But I'd love to see all the groups that weren't dime groups. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people are purposely trying to pull one over on anybody, but when I first started, it was very easy to just show the best. I've learned now that I really want to show you guys a true equal representation of what you're actually going to get. So enough of that. I know I kind of ranted a little bit there, or kind of went on a soapbox, but let's just get some shooting done. So I've got my Crony set up. We're running 1813s. I'm set up at 50 yards. It's very hot today. We've been well over 100, just all week, and it's no better today. It's very, very toasty. So my target camera is back here with me. So we're at 50 yards. If that picture's a little grainy, I apologize. I'll put photos of each group so that we have that data. but I don't want to cook my gear. So it's very, very hot. And in the sun, it's really hot. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to shoot down the left side with the 18-13s. I'll shoot down the right side with the Hades, and we'll see what we get. All right, so we should have Crony going. Let me just double check. Yep. All right. If we miss a shot on the Crony, we're just going to keep going.
649.
Okay, we got some wind picking up. The wind is coming today, kind of behind me to my right, so it's kind of going this way. So it's pushing, and it's pushing forward and right to left. So that's what we're dealing with for wind today.
$666. 663. 663. 661. 659. 668. 668. 666. 659.
Okay. Right, that's our first mag. Okay, we're going to drop down to the bull, second bull there. That was not bad at all.
668. 663. 663. 675. 666. 680. 675. 673. 670. 675.
Okay. So across 20 shots, we've got an extreme spread of 31 feet per second. That last group, now I'm holding dead center for all of these. I'm not trying to chase them, I'm just holding dead center on the bull. But that last group definitely opened up. Let's see what our third group does.
673. 675. 682. 673. 673. 680. 668. 668. 668.
That really dropped.
668.
Okay, those last ones, interesting. Watch the pellet just kind of do like a bit of a swirl. Okay, so there's 30 shots, 18-1-3s. Okay, so like I was telling you guys, 50 yards is a bit of a stretch for this. Our extreme spread, though, was only 33 feet per second across 30 shots in an unregulated gun, and I'm pretty sure if I were to look here, we're getting faster, not slower. I mean, our first shot was 649, and then immediately we were at 666 feet per second. So gosh, if we were to take that first low shot out, that extreme spread would even be much less. I mean, that's a pretty big drop. So let's see, the other one's 661, 659. So realistically, if we were looking at like 659 to, where's it go up to? 682, I mean, we're more into the little over 20 foot per second spread. But any case, that's what we got, 33 feet per second spread across 30 shots. And I'll tell you, we're not done with the shot curve yet. We could keep shooting. You get about 60 shots, which is, I don't know, it's pretty incredible what they've got going on here. But that's relatively, I mean, we're here in the curve. We haven't started there yet. So let me go ahead and top this off, and I'll load up my magazines with Hades. And then we'll do this again and see how that does. But 50 yards, I mean, definitely some got away from us a little bit. And I think the first group was probably the best. But that's what you can expect to get with 50 yards with the 18-1-3s. Let's see how the Hades do. If I haven't said it enough, I'm using that little GX battery-powered compressor, and son of a gun, that thing is just really nice. Okay, we're just going to change our pellet weight. These are 15.89, and we are good to go. New string. Okay, so now we're going to shoot the right side, and we'll just run the same sort of test here. We'll start at the top. We need a mag. 30 shots. We'll see how we're doing real quick. I'll pull it up. I think we were, let's see. We were getting about 18 foot-pounds just on that. Let's get to all of that. We were doing about 18 foot-pounds with that last string. So let's see how we do now.
689.
Okay. It's probably going to jump up. That first shot seems to be a little low. Let's see how it is.
$701. 689. 689. 710. 698. 712. 717. 712. 701.
Okay, we got more wind now. We got wind. You guys really, we're sheltered here, so you really don't see it or hear it. But it's picking up and it's cutting this way. So when you're seeing those shots kind of push to the left after we started, here it is, more wind. You see our signs getting pushed around. So yeah, let's see how we do here. We're just gonna roll it. We're just gonna roll with it. We had a bunch kind of cut a nice hole there. You could either adjust with mil dots or adjust your scope if the wind was consistent, or just learn to adjust when you feel the wind. All right, next group. I'm gonna drop down the second bowl there. Again, I'm gonna aim dead center.
694. 719.
Wow, big jump.
694. 714. 698. 698.
We're really out of bounds there.
712. 721. 712.
Wow.
717.
The wind has really picked up. And you could see that string stretched a long way. Really not what I was hoping for, but you guys are seeing exactly what I'm getting. Okay, let's do our third group. Spread right now is 32, so we're right on track with the other one. The standard deviation is more here. We had some jumping around, I think, a little bit more. Let's see here.
696.
The wind calmed down.
714. 717. 703. 717. 714. 710. 726. 724. 724.
So that's what we're getting. Earlier, the Hades did better than the 1813s. Right now, the 1813s did better than the Hades. So I think what I want to do, first of all, let me just say this. Our extreme spread was 37. Standard deviation was 11.3. Energy was anywhere from the high 17s to mid 18s. So we got a little over 18 foot-pounds, excuse me. Let me go back and let me save this string here. I'll be right back. All right, I don't have many pellets left, but I want to see if we're still getting better groups with the 1813s, because I thought that last group of the Hades was really going to do well, and then it just fell apart there at the end. And I was watching to see if we had wind more down at the target, and we definitely had some stuff blowing around, but not enough that I would have thought would have caused that. But I don't have anything down there to tell me for sure. So I'm going to go to the bottom target, bottom left target for this last group of 1813s. $680.
673. 680. 668. 675. 680. 682. 647.
I did not get that cocked all the way. Yeah, I double fed that one. Son of a gun. Okay. I think you guys remember in my last video, always got to make sure you get it cocked all the way in and locked into place. I thought I had, obviously I didn't, so that one screwed up. Let's take 2 more shots here.
673. 670.
Okay. Well, it was going good until I screwed up the cocking there. That was still, minus the goofball shots that we had, pretty consistent. Do we try the Hades one more time as well? I think we've got enough air. We should. We have just enough pellets. Let's give it a shot. Bottom right.
$719.
I'm hitting low.
$712. 703. 696. 714. 707. 703. 707. 698. 703.
I think you're seeing why I'm saying probably not a 50-yard gun. That certainly did a lot better than our other groups with the Hades. I had sort of one, well, had a couple, one drop low, one drop to the left and low. But we had a nice little cluster there. Let me go grab that target. We'll come back. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, so first things first, it's blowing down there far more than I realized. It's windier than I expected. You know, that's our first 18-1-3s. That's not bad. This is our second one, granted, a little low left. This is our third. And, you know, all in all, we're talking about a $200-ish gun that's not pushing a lot of power. That's really not bad. When you think about it, there are brake barrels that are pushing more power than this gun's pushing out. Granted, this is a PCP and it should be a lot easier to shoot, so, and it is. This last one got buggered up because of my goof with the cocking system. But that one was looking pretty good until, again, I buggered it up. When we come over here to the Hades, other than a couple here, and that was really doing well, this just opened up. We just had a lot of wind, bottom line on that one. And then this one here, again, just a lot of wind. Now our final group down here at the bottom, that's more like our 18-1-3 looking group. So this is really what I wanted to show, specifically for everyone that was asking, how's this gun going to do at 50 yards? Because I could just tell you, I don't think it's a 50-yard gun, but I know you guys want to actually see it. So that's why I did this video. I really like this gun for backyard shooting, 25, 35 yards. I mean, we're going to see groups that everything's going to stay easily within the black with this gun. And pellets like the Gamo Red Fires did really well closer in. They really started to fall apart at 50. I mean, they did not do well. But when you bring those closer in, then they become, frankly, devastatingly accurate, and they're really good on small game. So if you're trying to kind of think in your mind, where does this gun fit? It's a backyard gun, guys. This is a backyard 25, 35-yard gun. It's going to be really good for running and gunning in the woods, or if you're shooting rabbits. Like, I would take this rabbit hunting, absolutely no problem. Our rabbits here, I can easily get inside 25, 35 yards without even working hard. So for, you know, those types of opportunities, this gun is going to be really, really good. The other thing, like, if we just stop for a moment, I shot three shot groups, that's 30 shots, and then I shot another 2, that's 50, and we were still essentially on the shot curve. So when you start thinking about shot count, and fairly consistent, it's not regulator consistent, but it's fairly consistent and usable, I'm easily get 60 shots out of this thing. You put all that together, and this is a really, really nice gun. We're going to do our review next. We've got crony numbers. We've sort of see where that's falling, but we'll do those again. We'll get DB numbers, we'll get trigger pull, all that kind of stuff, and we'll do our proper old school airgun review for our next video. But now you guys know 25 yards, easy. 50 yards, it's a stretch. That 35 yards is probably going to be like, well, I think 40 probably. Let's see if we can get to 40 and see what we can do there. But I think this is going to be a great gun for Gamo. If you guys are interested in anything you've seen here, whether it's the scope, pellets, whatever, check out the video description. I'll have it down there. And I definitely want to say thank you to Gamo and all of my sponsors that make these videos happen, because without them, we couldn't do it. So guys, that's going to be it for now. My name's Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb. We tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.